they were missing in their loss last week. They couldn't get him going on the ground.
Did you get the same feeling I did during our meetings, that they kind of regretted that he didn't touch the ball?
Absolutely.
You know, hey, he should have touched it more last week. They weren't going to make that same mistake, and they've taken care of that early.
On second down now, it's Taylor, and he's going to take this down close to a first down at the Browns' 36. 8 yards on the pickup there, and it moves the sticks. Well, one unit I know you want to watch is that offensive line. If they keep clearing holes like that, it could be a long night defensively.
No doubt about it, because when they are in sync, as we're seeing so far, when that continuity is there, and you can see that they're playing off of each other while controlling the defensive front linebackers, you're exactly right. It could be a very long night for the defense because someone's going to run for some big yardage.
1st and 10, Taylor now. Nothing doing. Barely able to muster a yard to hit the 35.
Yeah, things were pretty stacked up there in the middle of the line. A lot of bodies, not much space. I think ultimately he was fortunate to get anything out of that run.
The run only got a yard. Here's 2nd and 9. Now they'll throw it with Wilson. He'll drop this down to Taylor. And they're able to get this one past the 30 to the 25-yard line. It's a first down on a gain of 10. Really been an ideal start for them. They get the turnover on the opening possession. Now here they are moving the ball straight down the field on their first drive.
And that feels good, but you know on their side of the field, all they're thinking is finish this drive off because they took it away, right? So now you've got them back on their heels a little bit. Now go down, put a touchdown on them. Look out. You've won the mental battle early in the game, and that may carry over for you.
On first down, Taylor. And he is met at the line of scrimmage, and he goes down right there. No gain on the play there. 2nd down.
The running lanes have definitely not been there for him here in the first half, and I don't think it's all been his fault. His offensive line hasn't given him much space. A loss results there.
Looking to throw on 2nd down. Wilson into a double team, and it's intercepted. Picked off at the 16. And he will take this all the way up past the 40-yard line. Unfortunately for him, if last week was any indication, we knew a pick was coming at some point. Last week it was interception after interception, and here we go again.
We actually quit counting last week at a certain point because I thought I was going to run out of fingers, all right, because I'm not all that skilled as a mathematician. But you're right. It felt like a matter of time, and you got to think the guys on defense, they couldn't wait.
Pressure comes, and the Cardinals bring him down. Protection certainly going to need to be a bit better here on 2nd and 16. Another try after the first down sack. Jackson. And he fires one that's intercepted. Picked off at the 49. And they get the football. They'll set up shop at their own 49-yard line.
Take over 1st and 10 at their own 49-yard line.
Arizona's offense at the line, ready to get their drive started. And in enemy territory last time through the interception. We'll see what they do on this drive.
Can't wait to see how it alters what they decide to do in play calling. Do they continue to throw the ball? Do they want to lean more on the running game? It'll be an interesting sequence of plays that they've got coming up.
Does it often affect the play calling with the interception? How much does that change what you do?
I think it does depending on why the interception was thrown. Sometimes it's just a matter of the defense made a great play, so you continue to come back. But if it's on you, if the offense just doesn't have the confidence, if they're a little bit shaky, maybe try and take the pressure off and run the ball a little bit.
Stepping up, he's going to keep it. And he is into the end zone. Touchdown, Arizona. Russell Wilson, his 11th touchdown of the year, as his guys are on the board first here tonight.
The kick in.
Well, we had the scoreless first quarter of play. We sure didn't have to wait long into the second quarter to get some action on the scoreboard.
So was the first quarter a feeling out process? I mean, that was an interesting quarter, wasn't it? Because we had some action, we had some good play, just didn't have any points. So now it's game on.
And he will be brought down here inside the 20. Good coverage as he's dropped at the 17.
17-yard line.
The Browns drive about to get started. To this point, the results have not been good. 2 possessions, 2 turnovers.
And that's obviously something that can't continue, but to go a little bit deeper on that one, I would think about some play calls now, not even necessarily to my best player, but to someone I can trust with the ball. Try and get things settled down a little bit. That
play going for 16 yards to start the drive. First down. Play action. Now Jackson sliding out of the pocket. It's a short one here, complete to his tight end. A gain of 6 there on first.
So much goes into a successful play, doesn't it? How about that play action there, freezing the defense just enough to bring the tight end free downfield for the completion.
Throwing middle, but it's incomplete.
I'll tell you, Brandon, this defense is playing with some confidence. Haven't allowed a point yet. Flying to the football. I'm telling you, it's almost 11 to the ball on every snap. Another nice job there to force an incompletion.
He'll buy some time right. And for the 3rd time here in this half, it's intercepted. Isaiah Simmons picking it off. Well, he went on the move there and started rolling out. I thought there was a window, but that window closed quickly, intercepted.
And sometimes, despite how big your arm talent is, you don't get enough on a throw when you're on the move as opposed to setting your feet and stepping into one. That may have been the case there, and the defense certainly benefited.
A carry by Taylor to start the drive. And he's going to be met at the line of scrimmage and taken down.
The ball carrier.
Safety Grant Delpit up to make the play. You don't see that a ton, do you? With a cornerback coming over to the middle of the field to make a run tackle.
That's someone with a ton of confidence to feel like nothing is pressuring him on his side of the field. Sees that the ball's moved to the middle and just sprints over there to help out. He ends up getting the tackle. Well played.
Here's a pass swung out left to his running back. And some room to work. And he'll be out just a yard or 2 shy of the 30. 19 yards the pick up there. Move the chains.
They ran that one well. And not only did they pick up a nice chunk of yardage on the screen, they sent a message to the defense. Rush the passer all you want, but you better be careful. We can hit you going back the other direction.
From the 32 now, here's 1st and 10. From the gun, it's Taylor. Give him 5 on the carry there, and it'll be 2nd down.
That's a really nice job by them picking up the run blitz and detecting it and blocking it and turning it into a nice run. And a lot of times you think if you blitz a running play, you're going to smother it. But a lot of the blitzers, they come in a little bit high. They don't have great leverage, and they're easily blocked and turned to the side.
On 2nd down, it's Taylor. And he's going to take this down close to a 1st down at the Browns' 22.
Brandon, all things considered, they have to feel pretty good about getting that type of a gain considering the blitz that they just had against them.
The Cardinals going to use the first of their timeouts. They'll have 2 remaining as we step aside here in this 2nd quarter. And for the Browns, a nickel set here on 3rd down. They'll try and run for the first with Taylor. Boy, no chance as he was met and dropped behind the line there. Fourth down now after a loss of 2. Now the Browns will use the first of their 3 timeouts. They'll have 2 remaining as we step aside here in this second quarter. The field goal unit's going to stay put on the sideline. They're going to go on 4th down here. They'll try and throw for it with Wilson. Over the middle, it's complete. And down inside the 15, shy of the 10. The conversion is successful with a sizable gain of 13, and the decision to go for it looks like a smart one. They'll run on first down. Taylor. And this time they were ready for him as they'll stop him right at the line of scrimmage. Coming up in a couple of minutes, we'll get you to Jonathan Coachman in Orlando. The coach will have stats and scores from earlier today in the NFL.
29 is Mike. Mike 29. Let's go. 29 is Mike 29. Oh, you get us ahead.
On second down, it's Taylor. And not able to break away this time as they're going to stop him right around the line of scrimmage. It'll go as a loss of a yard, so now they deal with 3rd and 11.
Brings up 3rd down and 11.
Ninth play of the drive coming up, and certainly not an easy one on 3rd and long.
Mike 29. You better be afraid of me. You better be afraid of me. 29 is Mike 29. Let him know.
From the gun, it's Wilson. The Browns D locked in on 3rd down, brings up 4th.
Quarterbacking 101. You never force the ball into double coverage, especially not this close to the goal line. The windows are so tight, you just don't want to force it in there because it could be tipped up and picked off.
Is good.
So they put together a good little drive there, but ultimately stalling out in the red zone.
Yeah, I know a lot of people look at it as a little bit of a negative. They didn't get 6 points out of it, right? Didn't get the touchdown. But that's actually okay. They got 3 points, able to give their defense a little bit of rest, let them settle down over there. So all in all, to me, that's a good drive.
And good coverage there on special teams as they'll get him down shy of the 20.
19-yard line.
The Browns drive about to get started. There was still more than a minute to go in the half. Time to try to mount a drive.
And I would think that they would have to. This is today's NFL. You got to push it whenever you get an opportunity. You can never have enough points with the high-powered offenses that you face. And analytics will tell you, try and score when given the opportunity.
An incomplete pass on first down. That leads to a 2nd and 10. They'll roll him out right. Rumbling past the 30. And he comes back with one complete. And he'll take this all the way up to the 38-yard line. Now the Browns signal for the second of their timeouts as they get the stoppage with a little over 50 seconds to go in the first half. A 1st and 10 here, and you know, if they could just get 3 out of this, something about whittling it to a 1-score game at half that might provide a psychological boost. From the gun, Jackson, flush to his right. Oh, did he hang on to it? He did on the dive. Nice grab. Back-to-back receptions for him, and it's another first down. He's going to let this one go deep. And for the 4th time tonight, it's an interception. Picked off by Ashton Davis. And he is all the way up past the 25. We haven't even escaped the first half, and he's already thrown 4 picks.
And Brandon, back in the good old days, probably back before you were born, if your starter threw 4 in the first half, he might throw 8 or more for the game because they weren't going to pull him out. But nowadays, the patience level isn't quite there. He's going to have to make some real adjustments, or the backup may see some time.
To throw is Wilson. Now he's going to throw it back deep over the middle. And that is incomplete. 16 seconds now on the clock. 2nd and 10 now from the 27. Throwing again. Wilson. Into double coverage, and it's intercepted. He's picked off at his own 46. And his guys have got it back at the closing stages of the first half.
Intercepted by the Browns. They'll take over 1st and 10 at the 23-yard line.
No move for the field goal unit. They're going to go here with 5 seconds left. Final play of the half here. It's Jackson rolling to his right, going for it all. And that's going to be too high, out of bounds and incomplete. So we have reached halftime with our score 10-0. As now we send you out to Orlando and hook back up with Jonathan Coachman for our EA Sports Halftime Report. The Cards with the lead, and they will get this football first as the second half gets started. Taken in the end zone. Ready to go with their next drive, and at the line, the Cardinal offense. They built a good first half lead. Now they have a chance to add on to it.
And what I'm thinking is that the offensive staff spend the entire halftime just working with them on, here's what we think they're going to do to attack us in the second half. Nice first half that we've had, guys, but be prepared for some change-ups. We're going to see them when we kick it off in the second half.
See how they handle any adjustments that might be made defensively. A loss of a yard there to start out. That leads to a 2nd and 11. Out of the gun, here's Wilson. And that is incomplete. Watkins, the intended receiver, but now it'll be 3rd down.
Had the right idea there, trying to throw it to the sideline, but he led him just a little bit too much, trying to get it out to his receiver. Ends up falling to the ground, incomplete.
On 3rd down, Wilson. And that is incomplete.
That's an excellent job right there on 3rd down. Like any defense, you never want to let them get anything started, and that would have been a 1st down. Instead, you saw the contact on time, no penalty, and before this drive could get wings, it's 4th down.
And the punt team on now as this one's sent away. Powerful running. A nice return there of 11 to help mitigate a good punt. And the Browns will take over 1st and 10. The Browns drive about to get started. And, Charles, they're certainly still right in this game, but they need that offense to wake up and in a hurry.
Yeah, I like the way you put it. They certainly did seem to sleepwalk a bit in the first half. Now that their defense has done its job, it's their turn now to go out and try and get some points.
And he was hit as he threw it there, and it forces it incomplete.
You get the sense that they're saying we're not playing up to what we're capable of, and we're deep enough into the game that the early jitters are long gone, that they should now have some sense of continuity and be able to make some of these plays that they have not been doing so far.
And he gets this to the other side of midfield across the 45 before going out. That one good for a 1st down pickup of 18 yards. Jackson from the shotgun. And past the 35, he'll be dropped a yard or two shy of the 30. Another connection between the two. This one good for 12 and a 1st down.
And the Browns 1st down.
Sliding out of the pocket. And this is taken in at the 5. And he will reach the 5-yard line before going out of bounds. A very solid gain of 27. 1st and goal, and they got to be thinking a chance to get right back into this football game. He'll buy some time right. And the tip there altered the ball flight, and it falls incomplete. It'll be second down.
Well, defensively, they haven't let him just sit in the pocket and get comfortable, and that's opposite a lot of game plans in today's NFL. Ordinarily, you're trying to keep the quarterback hemmed in. In this case, they brought the heat, and if he flushes out, they're fine.
And he'll take it into the end zone for a Browns touchdown.
Touchdown.
A 5-yard touchdown. And the Browns have cut it back within a score.
You get down near the goal line, this is where having a sure-handed tight end becomes a luxury, and it pays off big time, especially when the defense sells out against the run. He finds himself open for an easy touchdown.
So just a 3-point game now as they send this one away. Fielded near the back of the end zone. And Davis content just to bring this out to the 25-yard line.
25-yard line.
Arizona's offense at the line, ready to get their drive started. Their lead down to a field goal now as they start with a 1st and 10. And nothing doing. He's immediately taken down at the line of scrimmage.
Taken down.
Call it no gain on the play, and it'll be second down.
No gain on the play.
Sometimes with the running game, you've just got to stick with it. Look, it's the 3rd quarter, no time to panic. But that also doesn't mean you just do it the same way you've been doing it the entire ball game. Maybe change up some blocking assignments or run a few different plays, but stay with the overall essence of the running game.
A good action to this point in the 3rd quarter. Just a 3-point game. 2nd and 10. Now Wilson. And they're able to get this one across the 35. A gain of 13. It's a 1st down. If you're going to blitz, likely going to leave you in man coverage with this guy, and that is less than ideal.
It is, because just about any offense that has an elite receiver, if you blitz and have him in man coverage, you're going to him, even if he has an elite defender on him, because he usually knows where the ball is before the defender does.
That one unable to develop, never got going. A loss of a couple, and it's 2nd down.
12 at the 36-yard line.
Now it's Wilson. Flushed out right. Gonna throw right side here, complete. And getting this just shy of midfield, they'll spot it at the 49. A gain of 13, it's a 1st down.
Let's go, defense. Let's get out the field, defense. Check 14, run it. Run left.
The give to Taylor. And he stopped immediately there.
Jonathan.
No gain on the play. It'll be 2nd down. Now, they struggled to get him rolling on the ground in the 1st half, and that's sort of continuing here in the 3rd quarter.
Yeah, but I don't think it's time to abandon the running game. I would say keep feeding the horse, and I believe he'll eventually reward them, especially as we get deeper in the game.
Phoenix, Arizona's the spot. Glad to have you along for the ride. 3rd quarter action and a 2nd and 10 upcoming.
I'm coming after you.
From the shotgun, Wilson. Quick hitter here, it's complete. 4 yards the gain, and it'll bring up a 3rd down. He's been quiet today in the passing game, just his 2nd catch.
Yeah, and people have to come up with schemes to limit him, and what a lot of teams do, they'll double him, use a linebacker underneath, a safety over the top. Sometimes they'll just take a corner, maybe their 3rd corner if he's a bigger guy, and put him on him man-to-man to try and limit his touches. Just keep mixing it up, give him different angles, different looks, like a good boxer does.
To throw on 3rd down, Wilson. He'll rifle this one deep right side, and that will be incomplete. Well, they weren't scared to let it fly, but it falls to the ground and brings up 4th down.
Well, you got to think that sooner or later, they're going to hit one of those, but the coverage has been excellent thus far, and it was again on the last play.
This offense converted once on 4th down earlier. Now they're out there again to try once more. Wilson. And Wilson's going to be intercepted a third time. Picked off right around the 43. And his guys are going to get the football at their own 47-yard line. They've got good starting field position as they come up here 1st and 10 on their side of midfield at the 47. And taking it across midfield and inside the 45. 11 yards on the pickup, and it's going to yield a new set of downs. Welcome back to the desert. We're in Glendale. Well, we had a number of good games in the afternoon sessions, but this Sunday nighter might top them all. We come up here on 1st and 10. They'll roll him out right. And he's got his favorite target yet again. It's complete. After all that, they only wind up with a yard. It's 2nd down. From the gun, it's Jackson. And now here is another interception. Jalen Thompson picks it, and his guys will take over at the 30-yard line. That is now 5 interceptions that he has thrown in this ball game. If I asked you to speculate what's possibly going on in his head, what would you say?
Well, if he's as mentally strong as I believe he is, he understands that not all of these picks have been his fault. You know, some of the throws, yes, but there have been a good number of them where he hasn't been helped by his own receivers, and they've turned into interceptions. So he knows if he keeps firing, perhaps good things can happen, not just in this game, but especially in later ones.
And incomplete as he was knocked as he threw it, and it took the ball off course. Ball on the 30 as they come up 2nd and 10. To throw again, Wilson. And this time he's got the hook up. It's complete. And he'll be upended at the 33 following a gain of 3. And guess what? It brings up 3rd down. He'll get only 3 there, so it leaves him with a 3rd and 7 ahead. Wilson to throw on 3rd down. Throwing right, and that's complete. And he is going to have a Cardinals 1st down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion. He's been the go-to guy. They needed a big play there on 3rd down. Went his way. It worked out.
Doesn't matter whether they've scouted it or that they think he's going to get the ball. He has a knack for finding his way open and completing the connection.
So signs of life in what's been a dormant offense in this second half. Here's 1st and 10. On 1st down, it's Taylor. And this time they were waiting for him as he'll be knocked out before he can get back to the line of scrimmage. Tackle made there by Myles Garrett.
Brings up 2nd and 10 at the 46-yard line.
Under 4 to go now as the clock runs and they come up on 2nd down.
29 is a Mike. Mike 29. That's the pass. Go.
Operating from the gun, Wilson. The attempt on the dive, and he has it. What a catch. 16 yards, a 1st down.
When you're a player of his stature, you don't just circle the games on your team's calendar. You circle the Pro Bowl. Without a doubt. That's a game that you just figure you're going to be in each and every year. That's because of catches like that. That's why he goes.
So a 1st and 10 upcoming from Browns territory now at the 37-yard line. They'll try and run some clock here as they keep it on the ground. And it's been like this all night long. Nowhere to run as they stop him behind the line. Officially, it's a 1-yard loss. That's going to bring up 2nd and 11.
At the 38-yard line.
If nothing else, they've already taken a couple minutes off the clock here already as they come up 2nd down. Stepping up, he'll try and run. He'll get 2 on the keeper, but it becomes now a 3rd down. And now, defensively, they're going to burn their first time out. Remember, they get an extra time built in coming up here shortly at the 2-minute warning. The Cardinals on third down. Just 1 for 5 to this point. This is 3rd and 9.
3 down, 3 down. Watch safety creep. Watch safety creeping. Safety's creeping.
From the gun, Wilson. And he's taken down. This will be a Brown sack. And his defense here going to burn their second timeout. But you can also factor in another timeout that they'll get when the clock stops at the 2-minute warning. Here comes the Cardinals punter now, as he'll punt it away for the second time. His first punt, 48 yards. This one looks equally as good.
The Browns take over 1st and 10 at their own 20-yard line.
The Browns drive about to get started. Their defense accomplished step 1 of the mission. They forced the punt. Now they'll look to erase that deficit and take a 4th quarter lead. And now the drive starts with a completion out to the right. And he'll get this up to the 30-yard line. 10 yards there to start the drive, and just enough by about the length of the football for a first down. So 1st and 10 now from the 30. Operating from the gun, Jackson. And he will find his man on the outside. A gain of 6 there on 1st. They'll bring out 4 receivers. 3 of them being sent to the left, 1 to the right, 2nd and 4. Now a desperation throw deep downfield. When you talk about making winning plays, that is a winning play at this stage of the game. To come up with that interception, huge.
I like how you identified that, because most people think winning plays are the offense trying to get it done. In this case, nursing a lead, they found a way to make a play on that side of the ball and maybe finish things off.
They'll run on first down. Taylor. And he is brought down at the 22 after a gain of 2, and it brings up 2nd down. This, in all probability, another run here on 2nd and 8.
On the pickup, it's 2nd and 8.
They go to the ground again with Taylor. A strong broken tackle on that one. And then they get him to the ground just shy of the 15.
At the 16-yard.
And there we saw one of the downsides of blitzing during a rundown, because sometimes you get out of your gaps. You don't fit the run quite as well because you're headed towards the ball carrier with abandon.
On 3rd down, here's Taylor. And he'll have the first down, getting this one to the 14-yard line. It's a gain of 3 there, and that should be just about all she wrote.
1st and 10 at the 14-yard line. Tonight's.
Well, Charles, the old saying, the old cliche, if you will, points at a premium, that certainly applied here, didn't it?
And that almost felt like opened up a time capsule, didn't it? Old school football, low scoring, close game. What a way to finish it up.
You loved it, didn't you? You loved the defenses.
I certainly did. Brought back the images of the game of old.
So for the Cards, it'll be a 500 start as the win gets them back to 2-2. And they'll hit the road next week to take on the Dallas Cowboys. Meanwhile, for the Browns, they also will exit this one at 2-2. And they'll look to regroup next week as they head to Houston to take on the Texans. So for Charles Davis and our entire crew, I'm Brandon Gaudin. Next game, guess what? Charles and I will be here again. It's the NFL on EA Sports.